Hey everybody, it's the boss lady here, coming to you from my vehicle. I'm getting ready to head to the doctor, but yeah, it's a lot going on. Oh, now my insurance company's calling, so I'll call you back. So I was gonna tell you guys, I do have my mount, but I'm not putting it in here because it's gonna go into my new car. Oh Lord. But I'm getting ready to go to the doctor. That was the insurance company calling me, my local insurance company. And I had to talk to them because they were trying to cut my insurance off. Okay? So I will call you guys back once I get to the doctor. Hey everybody, I'm back. Sorry about the angle of the video, but I just wanted to kind of get this done. I meant to come back after I went to the doctor or whatever, but it was some stuff going on. So yeah. Anyway, let me see. Let me try to catch you guys up. So if you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on the community page, did I do a short? I think I did a short. I didn't do a reel, but I posted also in my Instagram stories that they did total Diamond. So Diamond is no more. So let me run it back so I can kind of give you guys the 411. So, it took forever for them to pick her up. They finally picked her up Monday after I did a bunch of crying and whatever. Tuesday came. That was election day. I voted, had breakfast, and then decided to go out to the collision place to sign the papers for them, to give permission for them to review the car and review the car and I'm trying to see what this vehicle is doing. Review the car and then provide the information to the insurance company. So I did that Tuesday. They said they couldn't review the car Tuesday because on election day it was raining. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Well, Wednesday comes. Wednesday, I was still off work. Went to the doctor. My doctor ended up putting me at halftime or part-time, barely, well, not even halftime. It's like just part-time. So like up to 3 hours a day. So, okay, fine. So when I left the doctor, I noticed on my app, because I have an app for the car. Let me see. Can I move this? Seems like it's just in my way. Oh, it's down as far as it can go. Lord. Anyway, gotta remember to pull it up. But I noticed on the app that they were doing something because I was getting alerts saying that the car was being unlocked, the car, the car had been moved. So like the address had been updated. And then there was something, then I noticed that the car had been locked. I said, oh, okay. So they unlocked the car. Well, then, I looked at the app again and said the parking brake had been released. Well, the parking brake had been broken. Well, anyway, so I was like, okay, I'm just looking to see. Is that my husband? Nope. Okay. So I'm like, okay, this Wednesday, they done looked at it. I'm expecting a phone call because the guy said, once we review, we'll give you a call. Okay. No call. Thursday comes, I do my 3 hours. And I barely got through those 3 hours. I was in so much pain. Went to the, what did I do? I went and got me a refresher because y'all know I'm hooked on those. Went and picked up a refresher and then what did I do? Something said call the collision. So I called collision and they said, yeah, we reviewed it. Yeah, we reviewed your car. It's estimated, they said they reviewed it. Estimated repair, $19,400. Now, when people look at the car, they're like, oh, you just got, dinged on the rear, but, just the door and the bumper. It was more than that, right? So, and he said, we have already sent the repair estimate to, your insurance company. So, they're going to review that and, review for possible total loss. I was like, wait a minute, what? So I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of like in shock. So I call and I get my adjuster right away. And he's like, yeah, total loss. I had never spoken to this man before Thursday. I said, what? So then I'm hyperventilating. I can't breathe. I want to sit back. Let me see. Well, I can sit back, I guess, because my back is hurting. So I'm just hyperventilating. I'm crying. Mind you, I'm still sitting outside of Dunkin'. So I'm at Dunkin' Donuts, right? And I was there for easily 45 minutes to an hour. Because I'm talking to, the collision place, the adjuster. I'm texting my husband, texting my doctor. And and so I'm like hyperventilating. I'm spazzing out. And so as the adjuster's doing what he does, working the numbers and all that stuff, talking about, oh yeah, and we've already, had the car looked at and this and that and whatever. And so the estimated value is this. And then we add tax and then we add fees and then we had this and then we add that. Then we deduct this. And so, let me put you on hold. And he calls, the loan people, which is also Mercedes Financial, and to get the payoff. Okay, well, the payoff is this. And so we got to pay them this. So then this minus this is your portion. And my portion. So it went from this to, because they had to pay off the loan. I was like, are you flipping kidding me? Like, I am spazzing out. Like, so, like I said, I'm texting my husband. My husband knows that I'm freaking out. And I'm like, and then, wait. Then the man says, okay, so now that we have the total loss, I'm going to send you out. I don't know what the form is actually called, but it's the breakdown showing that's total loss and how much it's worth and the fee, the deductions and and this is what you're going to get and And then, he sent me, UPS label, because I got to send in the title. I had to sign the title, send in the title. They can't issue the payment to the loan people or to me until they get the title and the car. I'm like, and I really wanted to snap, because I'm like, the insurance company, there's an insurance company building right next to the collision place. Anyway, so I had to go through all that rigmarole. I said, well, I still have stuff in my car, because I still had some items in the car. So I'm crying. And I said, and my plates are personalized. I done paid for these plates. Them plates is good for 7 years. I want my plates. I'm like freaking out. So he was like, okay, well, let me call the collision place and let them know you're coming and get your items and get your plates and and but then he says, you're in a rental, right? And I said, yeah. He goes, well, your rental is available to you up until 7 days for the next 7 days. So from Thursday to Thursday. I said, whoa, wait a minute. You want me to mail you the title? You want me to go and sign off on the car to be released to you guys, right? Because you done deemed it total loss. Then you will issue payment to me and to the loan company, but you're giving me till Thursday? I said, how am I supposed to get a car that fast? Like, when I tell you, y'all, those who've been with me, since the first accident, I'll put it that way, and who've been with me even longer, y'all know how I am. Anxiety, adrenaline. I'm like all the things. So I am spazzing out on the phone. I'm crying. I'm, and he was like, ma'am, do you need to take a minute? Do you want to call me back? Excuse my French, but I want to be like, hell no. We're going to handle this. So I'm talking to him. My husband's texting me. My husband's like, oh, well, you'll probably get this and this. So let me start looking. So he starts looking for vehicles. When I finally got the breakdown and I'm writing the numbers down and this, and then he tells me what. I said, yeah, my portion is this, husband. He was like, oh, okay. So he starts looking. So then, you know, and no slight to my husband. Let me preface it before I go on. My husband loves his wife, okay? And he is a fixer, no matter what. Him and my dad, 2 tiers, and that's all they need to see. They gonna fix it no matter what. So he's like, well, what about this? Well, what about this? And so he's just, I think he was on his break. So he's hitting me with just text messages, different trucks and all this stuff. And they were older trucks and they were bigger trucks. So they were like, Tahoes and Yukon Denali's and Escalades and pretty much that. And I think if I can, I'll try to screenshot some of the vehicle so you can see how big. So if you've been with me for a while, since I would say, let me see. My father died in 2012. So I got my Tahoe 2013. So if you've been with me since 2013 and used to see me in the big blue truck in the cream inside, yeah, I used to drive a 2002 Tahoe. Loved my truck. Ask anybody. Loved. I used to call it Big Boy. That was my big boy. But I'm in my soft girl, okay, era. I ain't trying to drive no big old man's truck no more. So, and that's why I went through, if you go back to, you know, last year, before, you know, I presented Diamond to you guys, that's why I went through so many different vehicles, because I was like, it's got to have this and it's got to have that and it's got to, but yeah. You know, and even with Diamond, I was like, she's got to have this, she's got to have this, she's got to have this, she's got to have this. And he found, like, she was a diamond in the rough, like, for real. Like, she was, you know, here he comes, I can't finish. But anyway, I really went hand over fist trying to, you know, get my truck. So anyway, it got to the point where I got overwhelmed and I said, stop sending me stuff because I can't even think. You know, the man's talking stupid. My husband sending me text messages. I was just like, you know. So they told the collision place I was coming. I went out there and I'm bawling. So the lady walks up there with me and she was like, what do you mean it's a total loss? Because she's looking at Diamond from the front. She was like, look perfectly fine to me, till she saw the side. And then she was like, oh. I'm like, yeah. So let me pause. Let me see where he's at. Yeah, let me pause. I'll be right back. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I greeted him. But anyway, so like I said, I'm in the middle of the collision parking lot, or, you know, fenced in area, bawling. So she had to get a man to help her because, you know, if you remember with Diamond, I had bought the license plate rings or whatever, and my license plate rings or frames came with these little screw covers. Well, they had been on since I got my plates, and, you know, I done been through a full winter plus, you know, a half a piece of winter. So they wasn't trying to unscrew. And the man had to go and get some, I don't know. It was, so he broke one of the frames, which I'm fine with that because I said, you know what, I'll just buy a new one. And I did. I bought a couple things new for the new truck. But yeah, and then I end up rebuying, you remember the things that I have hanging on the back here to hold the purse? Well, I bought new ones because I thought we left the old ones in Diamond and Miss Peanut had grabbed them. So now I got 2 sets. So I'm kind of contemplating if I should return them or not. I don't know. We'll see. I might keep them anyway because I got some new ones. So, but anyway, so I was just stressed out, like losing my rabbit. Because the guy who was taking off the things, he was giving me a hard time too. He was just like, I don't know what you're crying about. Shut up and do your job. Like, that's all I need you to do. Shut up and do your job. So he did that. Who else did I talk to? I can't remember. It was another person I talked to that stressed me out. But I do have footage. So I did post, a short on YouTube, but I didn't post the voice. I did music over it. So hang tight. I'm gonna post the unedited so you'll hear it. Hang tight. Saying bye to Diamond. I already took her plates off. Yep. They totaled her. Okay, so that was the unedited version. So yes, your girl was snorting, snotting, crying. I mean, woo, I was crying, y'all. Whew. So after that, I, tried to get myself together, and my husband was still sending me, messages and stuff, and I finally had to just please stop. So I started I got on, I got on Car Soup. I got on Car Max, because the amount of money they were giving me was not enough for me to just walk into, especially not here in Minnesota, walk into Mercedes and be like, yeah, let me just get another one of them. I'm be honest with you, look, ain't nobody got no money tree. So I was like, Lord have mercy. Let me see. Maybe I can sit up some more. There we go. So anyway, and then I'll move back. Yeah, there. I feel a little better. So, I was going through different inventories and looking at stuff, and, finally it was time to take Miss Peanut to work. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go back to where I bought Snow White from. Now, if y'all remember Snow White was my Nissan Rogue that I bought right after the accident with the Buick. So when they totaled my Buick. So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead on and, So I dropped her off at work. I text my husband right away. I said, you're going to need to pick up the baby from work because I'm going to buy me a truck. I'm going to buy me a car, something. And so he didn't respond because he knows when I have my mind made up, there ain't nothing you can say to me, right? So I called and I put the GPS in because I wanted to see how long it was going to take me to get there. I called Enterprise and I said, yes, I'm a former client of yours. Gave them my name, told them around the year, date, time that I purchased from them before. Told them I was on my way. And so, the man was like, okay. He said, how long before you get here? I said, well, according to GPS, because at the time I looked at it, I said 13 minutes. He was like, okay. So his name is Alex. And, when I walked in, he walked up and I told him my name and he shook my hand. I'm Alex. I said, oh, okay. And then he introduced me to the manager of the, sales floor. And he was like, thank you for coming back and thank you for your business. And, I'm glad to see that, you came back. And I told him, I said, I was here before. I forgot the name of the guy. And they said, oh, we already looked you up. We got everything up on the system. Da, 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 da. I said, oh, that right there sold me because I am all about, I'm all about the customer service. You treat me well, I'm gonna treat you well, right? So if I gotta come back to you, okay, but make sure you do what you need to do so that I can come back. And so they said the guy that worked with me before, he had went on and got another location, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no problem. And the guy that I worked with, because the guy I worked with before, he was, I don't know if he was black or African. His name was Beltram. So I don't know many African American men by that name. So I'm assuming he was African, but he was brown like me. So, and he helped me out a whole lot. So I sat down with Alex. Alex was white. And I said, I already know my status. Okay. So this is what I want to do. I want to look and see what I can and cannot do. I said, if I can't do something today, maybe next week when I, get cashed out, then I can da-da-da. He was like, he said, oh, I don't believe in doing two visits for the same thing. He said, let's see what we can get done. And then he said, He said, let's just see. So he asked me, like, what was I looking for? I said, I'm not looking for a Hyundai. I'm not looking for a Kia. I'm not looking for a Ford. No offense to anybody who has a Ford, because, that's just my preference. I said, I'm currently driving a Jeep Compass. I said, I've driven a Rogue before. I really would prefer not to get a Chevy Equinox because they had a plethora. I swear, like, Chevy Equinox went on sale for like $5 because there's Equinoxes everywhere. My parents have owned two now because they had the one that was black. And then when that one got crashed, they went back and bought a blue one. I was just like, okay, but so he was like, okay. I said, I want to stay. I said, I know you have vehicles under 30,000. And I said, so I want to stay, I would love to be like under 25 if possible. I'm being honest, right? Cause I know what my Benz was. And I put down a significant amount of money that I don't have this time around. So therefore, okay. And I knew what I was getting from insurance. So I was like, but I wasn't about to max out on the insurance piece. Cause that's what a lot of people do. Like, oh yeah, I'm getting back, $5,000. So yeah, I'm about to put down $5,000. No, I'm gonna go under. Cause I was like, and so he said, well, what's your minimum? What's your max? I said, 500 is my minimum. 3,000 is my max. And I played it like that. So he was like, okay, even though I knew I was getting more than that, but I'm like, you ain't about to get all my little pennies. I mean, Christmas is coming. Hello. Okay. And a girl off work. So, anyway, so he was like, okay, let me see what I can do. So he went and started looking and doing and all the things. And, he asked me again, he said, so do you like the vehicle that you're driving? I said, actually, I do. I said, it doesn't have all the features I would like, though. I said that I believe it's a 24. So when I first said Jeep Compass, he pulled up a Jeep Compass Trailhawk. Now, I don't know everything about a Jeep. I know Jeep Grand Cherokee. I know Jeep Cherokee. I've seen Compasses, but like the Compass has different lines. They got the Latitude, either all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive. They got the Trailhawk. They got the Latitude, something else. I mean, it's all these different things. I'm just like, dude, for real. Here's me. I took the keys. I threw them at him. Because on the thing, I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, I don't know what all this is. And you know what I mean? I'm just looking at it like, I don't know. And so he said, okay, let me look. So he looked at it. He said, okay. He said, you're driving a Latitude, not a Trailhawk. So he typed it in and he pulled one up. And I was like, oh. Because what I'm driving is gray. It's like was it charcoal gray? Is that what it say? Gray metallic. But it's dark, it's a dark color. And then the inside, I guess this is considered black and gray inside. But I was just like, I mean, it's still cool or whatever. So, but once again, it doesn't have everything. So like, when you look at the key of this one, you see it only has lock, unlock, and panic. And I was just like, I felt like to myself, like, okay, I'm going back to my Nissan days. So I was like, so the one he was showing me, I said, does it have remote start? He said, oh, it has a lot of features. And then he said, wait a minute, before I say that. And then he pulled it up. He said, you got remote start. Cause he showed me the key. You got remote start. You got heated steering wheel. Had that in my Benz. You got heated seats. Had that in my Benz. I was like, and it's got the screen, and I can do the Android Play, or if husband wants to, he can do the Apple Play, So I was like, okay. Only thing it don't do on the inside, I can buy aftermarket is how I had the lights in the car. Well, it's all cool, but I actually didn't drive my car much at night. So it was a feature that I had that I loved, and especially like when I opened my door, you would see the Mercedes on the ground, but I wasn't outside. I'm not a night driver. So, You know, very seldom did I always see my emblem on the ground, or, you know, I mean, like when it would get dusk, the lights would come on and I could see them, but I'm just being honest. As far as the sunroof, now I loved my sunroof in my Benz, but I never opened it all the way. I always popped top. That's it. So for me not to have a sunroof, okay. The sunroof was mainly for boss man anyway, not for me. So I was like, I'm okay with not having that. What else? Power locks, power seats, power windows. It has, I don't know, other things. So, you know, the mileage is not bad. Warranty on the car. You know, I mean, just all the things. And so the one thing that I asked for, because I remember, and I did this with the Nissan too, I said, I want gap insurance. So like, he had got me to the point of, like my payment was way less than what I was paying for the Benz. But when I added gap insurance, then it pushed it up. And I was just like, you know, but peace of mind is everything. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I mean, and I think I possibly could, if I really, really wanted to, take it off, but peace of mind is everything. So I'm not going to stress about that at all. Just, you know, keep it pushing. So, you know, we did the finance piece and that all worked out. I mean, and I wasn't stressed. I was in pain, but I wasn't stressed. But dude was like not trying to let me leave until he sealed the deal. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, because you know I always got to show you and tell you how good God is. So we chose Diamond because of her success rate when it comes to accidents. Even though, yes, I'm in pain. Yes, I'm going to the doctor every 2 days. My daughter, she has PTSD from the accident, but she's not physically like so bad off. She still has some aches and pains, but she's not so bad off that I got to take her back and forth to the doctor. Number one. Number two, boss man's doing all right. So the car itself took care of us. Okay. When I was sitting in that dealership yesterday, I walked in with a ambiance of arrogance, and not so much like do this for me, but not so much arrogance either, but confidence. Not arrogance, confidence, because I said I'm going to buy me a truck. Point blank and the period. I called my dad from the road like, Dad, I gotta go get me a truck. This is what I'm looking at. Da 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 da. Okay, come back when you seal the deal. Cool. I walked in that place at 4:05. Now, remind you, I told boss man, pick up Peanut. You want to know what time I left? 5 o'clock. Guess what time Miss Peanut gets off work? 5:45. So I text him back, said, I'm going to call you in a minute, but you don't have to pick up the baby. I'm picking her up myself. He was like, okay. Even my doctor was like, because I had to go to a doctor today. Yes, Lord. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. But he was like, 55 minutes? He said, I've never, ever bought a vehicle in 55 minutes. I said, when you know what you want, I said, first of all, when you know who you are and whose you are, when you know what you want and when you know what you won't stand for, point blank in the period. The guy was trying to show me Nissans. I was like, no. Mind you, I had already looked at Nissans when I was in the process of getting Diamond. And I was just like, no. He did try to show me some Chevy Equinoxes. No. Try to show me some other Jeeps. No. The Jeep he showed me, I said, that's a man's truck. What about me is a man? What about me? Nothing. I said, listen. And I told him this too. I said, I need to get a vehicle between now and next Thursday. Next Thursday is my cutoff. By me going to Enterprise, and this being an Enterprise rental. When I go pick up my truck next week, I don't have to have an extra driver because I pull in and park, make sure it's cleaned out, got my things, go in one side, pick up my truck, go on the other side, drop off the key. That's it. That's how good God is. I was in and out of that place 55 minutes. That's not being, arrogant. That's just being confident. I pick my truck up next week. The goal is to pick it up on my birthday. So I've already talked to the insurance company. They got the title because the title was sent next day air. So they already got the title. The tow truck is on its way to pick up Diamond. Once Diamond has been fully picked up and put into the system, then they will issue payment. So he said payment should be issued on Monday, which is fine, but my bank is closed on Monday. All banks are closed Monday. So I got to wait for the money to hit the account Tuesday so I can go pick up my truck. So either the pickup will be Tuesday or for sure Wednesday. It's already marked as sold. Now I will say the back seat is not as big as Diamond. But here's the thing. Bossman and we fit in here comfortably. Miss Peanut fits in here comfortably. That's all we need. Miss Peanut gonna be, driving her Cadillac soon. So, you know what I mean? I mean, she's been driving it, but legally, because she doesn't have her license. So, she drives with her dad. But, so the vehicle is mine. You know what I mean? I need something for me. And I'm fine with it. So luckily, because everything I bought with Diamond was like black or black diamond, I don't really have to change anything. I got lucky that I was able to get the color I wanted. Black on black. So it's black inside, black outside. Now my wheels, the rims are like that silver gray tone, whatever. I do want different rims. Bossman's looking for the rims right now. He did find one set, there's like $100 or $150. So we might pick those up. But other than that, there's nothing to do to it. I'm grateful. Very grateful. Hold on. I'm very grateful. God is sure enough good. Now that I have been through all of this, I can now focus on healing. I can now focus on going back to work. I told my doctor, I do want to push it a little bit. Excuse me. I don't want to, I don't want to sit up and not have, I don't want to sit up and be in pain, but I don't want to sit up and have to wait on payback either for wage loss. So like right now, all my time off has been covered, but you only have so much PTO. So anyway, but God is good. God has been taking care of me, sustaining me. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. You can replace things. You can't replace life. And that's the one thing I keep walking away with. You can replace things, but you can't replace life. My doctor was so shocked. He said, well, at least, when you get your payout, you'll be able to go and pick up something. And I said, Doc. He said, what? I said, do you know who I am? He said, what? And I said, I've already sealed the deal. I pick up my car next week. He said, what? And so then I told him exactly what I told y'all, 55 minutes in and out, boom. I knew exactly what I wanted, what I was willing to pay, not pay, done. He said, are you serious? I said, as a heart attack. Very serious. He said, well, dang. He said, I ain't never heard of that before. I said, you got to remember, I'm married to a mechanic. I'm married to a man who has dragged me from one end to the other of Minnesota when it comes to a car. I'm married to a man that when he's working on the car, even though I'm not working on it with them, come out here and sit with me. And he's telling me, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I got to look for this, got to look for that. I go with him to junkyards to get these different things. And listen. Okay. So like the vehicles that Bossman was looking at, he was looking at, something that we could just buy outright. I get that. He was like, that way you don't have no car note and you can just kind of, refresh. And I get that. But I need peace of mind. And right now, if I don't have peace of mind, my body's not going to heal. So, and that's what I was trying to tell her. Like, people were asking me, how you doing? My mind was so clouded with things, I couldn't think. I was so angry. And I was angry even before finding out that it was totaled. Once I found out it was totaled, I really lost my mind. So, I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that it all worked out for the good of those who love the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Because had it not been for him on my side. Oh, I'm so grateful. So, like I said, the plan is to pick it up on my birthday. I did get my mount out of Diamond. Miss Peanut was able to get it for me. So thank God I don't have to buy another mount. Like I said, she ended up getting my hooks, but I bought new hooks. Because, listen, I had a razzle-dazzle just a little bit. Okay? They are going to register my personalized plates to my vehicle. So once they are registered, then I'll have to go out and they'll put them on for me. So I'm like, cool. So I ordered new license plate rings. This time I did not go the bling bling route. Still gonna be classy, not trashy, okay? But I still have, some black diamond stuff. I have not decided on a name yet. I've been asking people, what do you think? My husband talking about Darth Vader. I was like, I don't like Star Wars like that. So no. I said, that's a boy thing. He was like, don't be saying that. Whatever. So, I thought about Midnight, and Midnight also was suggested to me. So I said, okay, that's two minds thinking alike there. I was offered Onyx. But here's the other thing. So I also thought about Black Diamond. Because I was like, Onyx is cool, but Onyx to me still seems like a man's truck. I was even thinking like diesel, like, like Top Dog or whatever, you know what I mean? But then I was just like, because my boss drives a Jeep, but my boss Jeep is a Grand Cherokee. So when I looked at her Jeep and I looked at my Jeep, I said, I got a baby Jeep compared to her, right? I didn't like that Renegade Jeep either. But anyway, so I don't know. I'm leaning towards Black Diamond. I really, really am. I really, really am. And, I'm still dealing with the hurt feelings of losing Diamond. So, I'm like grieving. So, and I know that some people like, girl, it was a car. Get over it. Yeah, it was a car. But once again, I crafted that car specifically for me. Like everything that I put to paper, my husband was able to find it for me. Like seriously, but that's okay. I mean, it happened. Isn't okay. First of all, it's not okay that it happened, but it happened and we're going to deal with it. It doesn't mean that I won't get another, just not right now. So, and I told him, I said, I still have a goal for my 50th birthday. And if the Lord says the same, it shall be so either I get the Benz that I've been asking about for my 50th or something there else. But, God is good and God's taking care of us. And I'm grateful. Now, real quick on doctor tip. So I went to the doctor today and I told him I want to push it next week because, I don't want to go days unpaid. I don't want to work just a couple hours here, a couple hours there, and then my check be like $5, like for real. So, I do want to push myself because I'm like, listen, I really need to, like I said, my sick time is getting dwindled down here. Like, listen. So he said, don't do too much, but let's see how you do. And I said, Doc, I need you to fix me today. And he said, what you mean? I said, well, today is Friday, and today I'm being celebrated. I have a birthday celebration. He says, today your birthday? I said, no, my birthday's Tuesday, but I'm being celebrated today. He said, doing what? And I said, well, I got concert tickets. And he was like, what? So he asked me where I was going, and I'm still not going to say. You still got to wait. You got to wait. So he was like, oh my God, are you serious? I said, I'm dead serious. I said, and I'm in so much pain, but I can't cancel. It's for my baby's birthday. So he said, go. He said, go. He said, you all right? No, he didn't say you all right. He said, you're okay to go. He said, you gonna cuss about it tomorrow though. And I was like, what? He said, you gonna go and you gonna hear that music and you not gonna be feeling that pain. But when you wake up tomorrow, you're going to be cussing. And I was like, I don't like the sound of that. He said, you might want to take something before you go. Don't take your muscle relaxer because you can't drive. But, take an ibuprofen or Tylenol or something to try to ease that pain. He said, but tomorrow, you're going to feel it. He said, now I want to see you back here on Monday. He said, but if you wake up tomorrow and you can't move, call me. Text me. He said, I'll be at the clinic 10 to 1. So I'm going to the concert tonight. I'm not dressed yet. It is only, it's going on 3. I was like, is it going on 4? I have to pick baby girl up by 6:30. So, yeah. I'm excited. It doesn't start till 8, which a girl be needing her sleep. Oh my Lord. But I will say, with that muscle relaxer, I do sleep. It knocks me out, like, for real. Speaking of which, I need to check my Amazon because I swear I was shopping in my sleep last night because I was buying stuff for the car. Oh, one other thing that I did, I think I bought it, but because of the accidents, Boss Man, he is not suggesting, he is telling me that he wants me to have a dash cam in my car. Him and Miss Peanut watch these videos every evening because he's working with her, with her driving and everything. And it's people who got dash cams. And so he was like, after this, that didn't happen, and hit and run, whatever. If we had a dash cam, we could have caught what we need to catch. So he's like, no, you need a dash cam. So I did find one on Amazon, and it's a front, back, and inside camera. And then it also runs like through the night, too. So, excuse me, I believe I purchased it. I think I did. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. But anyway, if I didn't, I will go back and purchase it. Because it was something. What did I buy? Oh, I know. The one thing I bought for my truck, my new truck, my Jeep. Oh, I got to give me a ducky. Anyway, the one thing I bought the weather mats. And they're custom cut to the truck. So I got the front 2, the back. The back one is a whole piece. And then I got the trunk space because, we do live in a cold climate. And with us living in this cold climate and snow, I just don't, cause like right now the inside of here is nasty, but that's because it's fall and there's leaves everywhere. But it's like, it's nasty. I really should go probably have it vacuum out, but they'll vacuum it when I turn in. So I want to just make sure I have that as well. I did have that with Diamond. I had both sets. I had the regular carpet and I had the weather mats too. So, I'm kind of, I think I'm moving into acceptance. I was in a fit of rage, but I think I'm moving to acceptance now. I mean, I have to be. I done signed her away. I can't, she's no longer mine. So I signed the title, signed the contract, you know, so everything's done. So yeah, they said my first payment won't be due until a week before Christmas. I said, now y'all know better than that mess right there. So the first thing I'm gonna do is contact my loan servicer. I'm gonna pay my first payment. Then I'm like, look, we need to change this date now, because I don't like that kind of time frame. But anyway, so yeah, we'll see. But just want to give you guys an update. I have on this beautiful outfit. I will show you a picture, but it's orange on the sleeves and then all the way down past the leopard print, but it's leopard print right here, and then it's navy up top, and then my pants are navy with the leopard print stripe down the side. Little outfit, cute. Timu Chow. And then this was one of my Love Me Hair wig wraps, and the oranges happened to match, and I have an orange earring. So yeah, girl, I thought it was cute today. But yeah, I'll insert a picture of the outfit so you can see it in its entirety. But I'm gonna get ready to go back inside because I do need to start trying to like get my shower, and I want to get my shower and freshen up my wig, and I'm probably gonna put my black wrap on. I'm wearing black, white, and red. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I think that's it. I was just trying to think, is there anything else I want to tell you guys? But yeah, so I do like my truck. I mean, you know, it's similar to this. It's just got a few more features. You know, like I'm glad that it does have like the heated seats. I'm glad that it does have the remote start. I'm glad it has the heated steering wheel. It is 2 years. It's 2 years newer than Diamond and 2 years older than this one. But this one is the baseline trim. Mine is a step above, you know, because I got all those extra features. So Diamond was a 2020, but you know, I didn't mind her being a 2020 because, I mean, Mercedes don't lose their value. Hello. I did realize one reason why they didn't value her as high as they did, because remember, I didn't get the hail damage fixed. So that's another reason why it didn't get valued as high. I mean, it got valued high, don't get me wrong, but it could have been higher had I got the hail damage fixed. So whatever. But anyway, so yeah, so Diamonds are 2020. This is a 2024, but this is the baseline trim of this vehicle. And like I said, mine is a step above, or if not higher. And mine's a 2022. Yeah. So I'm still okay with it though. And like I said, my payment on that is actually cheaper than it was on Diamond. So cheaper on that one than Diamond and my Nissan. So I'm grateful. I mean, God is good. God is so good. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your prayers, your thoughts, your well wishes, all the things. I appreciate everything. I'm going to go and get myself ready for my evening, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.